Hello, everyone. We'll be starting the session in more 7 minutes at the scheduled time. And meanwhile, we begin with the workshop. Maybe you can put in the chat box about yourself, your research interests. Hello, everyone. Okay, so as we have reached the scheduled time, I think it's the time to begin with today's workshop. Mentoring is described in the literature as an essential component to career success, productivity, and satisfaction. Hello and welcome everyone to today's workshop on project-based bioinformatics and data science training for faculty and mentors. This workshop is for faculty seeking to examine, share, and strengthen their own mentoring practices. Faculty will learn evidence-based approaches to research and conceptual and practical knowledge about various specialization tracks, which include precision medicine, infectious diseases, neurosciences, oncology, space omics, agriculture, and AI-based drug discovery. So before we begin with today's workshop, let me introduce us. We are a US-based bioinformatics company who is working with multiple academic and commercial collaborators to develop easy-to-use analytical tools, and our mission is to make bioinformatics more accessible. The training has been completed by over 15,000 participants from 162 countries in over 300 workshops. And due to this fast growth, our team is working with local and regional coordinators that are helping refine the local program logistics and leverage our online training resources, adapting them to the needs of students and researchers around the world. I'm honored to introduce the founders and team members of the company. Dr. Alfred Tauber comes from a medical background with an expertise in oncology, immunology, and biochemistry of inflammation. And one of his major projects is the establishment of Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center, which has been at the core of what we do. Dr. Leonid Brodsky is the director of Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center and is an expert in bioinformatics and biostatistics. Our platform is a result of hard work by some of the people mentioned here on the right. Julia Panov is an expert bioinformatician. Avi Titovsky leads the development of T-Bioinfo platform. Dr. Mohit Mazumdar is an experienced bioinformatician with multiple publications in peer-reviewed journals. He has been developing collaborations with universities as a mentor and project lead for Omics logic training and research fellowship. Dr. Raghavendran Lakshminarayanan is an accomplished computational biologist with an expertise in large-scale analysis of multi-omics data and data science methods in precision oncology and protein DNA structural bioinformatics. Ms. Laura Murray, Educational Program Coordinator, has a background in microbiology and bioinformatics, and her focus and areas of expertise are in metagenomics, transcriptomics, and genomics. And my name is Sonalika Ray, and I'm the Community Manager responsible for daily interaction with thousands of users that are a part of our bioinformatics community, which is managed by PineBiotech. So let's discuss about bioinformatics today. What is bioinformatics? It is the development, implementation, and usage of methods and software tools for understanding biological data. Bioinformatics has practical applications in healthcare, agriculture, and mitigating climate change. As this field progresses, bioinformatics poses several challenges for both students trying to learn it and faculty trying to teach it. In this presentation, I will explain the current challenges and limitations in bioinformatics, describing how we aim to address these challenges with the Omics Logic platform, describe Bloom's taxonomy and how it can be used in bioinformatics coursework, and explore the Omics Logic program and how it utilizes Bloom's taxonomy in structuring its course, pipelines, and projects, and finally describe several outcomes of the Omics Logic program. So what are some of the challenges that the field of bioinformatics is currently facing? To begin, this field is constantly growing and developing new tech and software to improve processing time and power. The data sets that are analyzed are usually very large and take immense amounts of computing power and memory that many personal computers do not have. Also, despite being publicly available, data are also usually complex to access, and coding knowledge is usually required to do so. Similarly, analysis pipelines and programs require coding knowledge that many biologists do not have. In a university setting, students have the opportunity to learn the background information of designing and implementing a bioinformatics project, but do not receive practical hands-on experience with the full workflow due to the limitations mentioned previously. Similarly, faculty faces challenges with being able to cover a diverse range of topics if they are specialized in a certain area of bioinformatics or if they are unfamiliar with bioinformatics in general. For example, a professor whose research focuses on oncogene expression might not know much about metagenomics of seawater. To overcome these challenges, the Omics Logic platform was developed. This program aims to standardize, organize, and systemize bioinformatics training in order to make these analyses usable for any biologist or clinician. Some problems for standardization. Materials for these courses are usually developed in-house, taught sporadically, and are rarely updated. Organization. Because the challenge is to combine several different topics together, the flow and transitions are needed to be developed. Systemization. How can you know that someone is stuck and needs help or allow someone to run forward? Omics Logic uses standardized modules and interactive sessions beginning with mastering terminology and concepts to implementing these concepts with real data sets in a project-based approach. Learning process. In order to create a clear path of skill development, Omics Logic employs the Bloom's taxonomy levels of learning. This approach starts with the basics. Students recall facts and terminology and are able to repeat and memorize the material. With this base, the learning builds to conceptual knowledge, being able to understand concepts and apply information to new situations. The student will then be able to analyze data by drawing connections and evaluate when to use certain methods. This leads them to the highest level of learning, the ability to design and create original work. So how do Omics Logic resources help in advancing bioinformatics teaching? Omics Logic is a portal for practical and theoretical learning of bioinformatics. Composed of courses designed to take you through the theoretical knowledge, Omics Logic takes a combination of training modules, data analysis tools, curated project datasets, and interactive sessions with mentors to give a student a clear path to the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid. No matter what the user's initial experience with bioinformatics is, Omics Logic is a useful tool for gaining a baseline knowledge of the theory behind bioinformatics, analysis of large data sets, and introduction to basic coding languages like R and Python, or beginning a data analysis project. These 6 courses were taken from the core Omics Logic curriculum, which is available online, beginning with an introduction to the application of bioinformatics and an overview of data types. The student is able to learn terminology and factual knowledge to build upon. From there, genomics, transcriptomics, metagenomics, epigenomics, and data science are introduced. Each course starts with important terms and concepts and then introduces case studies and pipelines related to each one. This allows the students to gain the conceptual knowledge in order to begin their own projects. Expanding basic curriculum with projects, bioinformatics methods are best learned in the context of real case studies which are prepared by our network of mentors and collaborators that illustrate how various bioinformatics methods and omics data types are used in current research in medicine, biotechnology, agriculture, and even astrobiology. The projects are prepared by taking publicly available datasets and using them to explore and understand both the research challenge and the analysis path to extract meaningful insights from complex omics data. The Omics Logic platform gives students options for analyzing a given dataset. These datasets and associated publications can be used in several ways. You can learn bioinformatics without any coding at all. For that, in each project, we explain the analysis pipelines on the user-friendly T-Bioinfo platform for big data analysis. You can also learn the scripts behind many of the steps, learning to wrangle, clean, visualize, and analyze data in popular languages like R and Python in order to create your own analysis. Finally, you can hear about the projects and their research applications in our mentor-guided programs where experts share their experience and support research projects developed by you. Here is an example of the code-independent pipeline. The pipeline builder interface on the T-Bioinfo platform is a color-coded pipeline that helps establish a logical connection between the technical names of data analysis methods and the logical steps needed to build the full pipeline. Data is put in an input file, and then the analysis can be chosen based off of the type of research. Each analysis is separated into three colors: blue for pre-processing, red for mapping, and green for quantification. Each time you click a button, a pop-up will contain additional information useful for building the pipeline. The ease of the color-coded buttons allows programs to be run without any coding knowledge. After using the T-Bioinfo platform to visualize the pipelines and practice analyzing, students are then able to take their theoretical knowledge, remember and understand levels of blooms, and apply that in a project. Apply, analyze, and evaluate levels of blooms. Similarly, faculty should be able to assign the Omics Logic program to their students with the understanding that it will give them holistic and comprehensive knowledge of bioinformatics, beginning with bytes and molecules and on to designing their own question-based project. Another goal of the project is for students to be able to read primary literature and understand and recreate the methodology. This leads to the ability to encounter errors, apply theoretical knowledge of why those errors are occurring, and find a solution. Omics Logic employs a hybrid approach, combining learning and research. To ensure that students are building off of the first level of Bloom's taxonomy, Omics Logic tracks progress with activities like pipelines, coding, and literature reviews. Quizzes on topics, key terms, and important questions, and covers a broad range of topics like biomedical research, biotechnology, and agriculture. Then students are able to continue their knowledge base with a research assessment, making sure they are able to understand methods, challenges, and results, as well as being able to comprehend primary research literature. They should also be able to ask questions based on data exploration. Bioinformatics combines life science terms with data science skills, which allows researchers to answer life science questions with reproducible data analysis methods. Omics Logic research fellows are able to ask research questions about any bioinformatics topic, leading to a diverse range of projects, from analyzing affected biological pathways in multiple sclerosis to brain metastasis due to small cell lung cancer. These students are able to apply what they have learned in the coursework, work with a group of professional mentors, and submit their projects on the portal for review. Students should then be able to reach the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy, create. This is achieved through the creation of their own analysis project. For example, Sime Dolaner, an undergraduate researcher at Bahçesaray University, Istanbul, Turkey, who finished her Omics Logic research training, was able to work on the project involving chronic lymphocytic leukemia, CLL, a type of blood cancer that has a very heterogeneous biological background and diverse treatment strategies. Here at first, she elucidated 870 significantly differentially expressed protein coding genes that were involved in the biogenesis and processing of RNA. Consequently, these findings led our study to investigate non-coding RNA. 33 long non-coding RNAs were found to be significantly differentially expressed among two conditions based on differential gene expression analysis. One final example of a learning outcome of the Omics Logic program is this project presentation, for a project done in collaboration between Noguchi Memorial Institute for Medical Research and PineBiotech. Here is our team at PineBiotech who were involved with the project: Dr. Mohit Mazumdar, Dr. Harpreet Kaur, as well as our collaborators at University of Ghana, Dr. Anita Gansha and Dr. Benedicta Mensah. This poster was on Plasmodium falciparum apical membrane antigen, rupture neck protein 2 binding, which is a critical interaction for Plasmodium falciparum merozoite invasion of human host red blood cells. Several proposed malaria vaccine candidates designed to prevent such binding and limit merozoite entry have been studied with variable success at in vitro and early clinical trial stages. By performing haplotype network analysis of genomic sequencing data from sites with variable infection rates, comparing our data with malaria gen repository from another region in Ghana, and mapping of genomic variants onto the protein structures, we arrive at preliminary conclusions about local variation and immunogenic epitope affecting variants for consideration. In this poster, we share preliminary findings that suggest that such genomic data can be used to develop a local strategy for efficacious vaccine design against Plasmodium falciparum blood stage infection in Ghana and surrounding regions. Omix Logic is proud to collaborate with diverse programs. For example, NEPI, the National Association of Idea Principal Investigators. We also work with over 15,000 students at community colleges like Glendale Community College, top-tier universities like Georgetown University, as well as 20 universities around the world. Now, to talk about the programs in more detail, I would like to pass on the stage to Dr. Mohit Mazumdar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Sonalika. Just a second, please. Thank you, Sonalika, and hello, everyone. It's really nice to see you all today. And to start with, I will just like to tell you that PineBiotech was founded by a team of biotechnologists, biologists, clinicians, mathematicians, and computer scientists that agreed on the critical role big data will play in biomedical research, biotechnology, and agriculture. So one of the reasons that we are meeting together today is that we all agree to the fact that we know that big data is playing a critical role, and bioinformatics has changed and evolved from a discipline that was not so much of utilized by the universities or by organizations. However, its growth has tremendously changed the paradigm because its application in biomedical research. So with growing data availability and its heterogeneity and complexity, it is not sufficient to design innovative algorithms to detect pattern. So to go from pattern to insight, people, especially biologists, clinicians, students, technicians, they need to be empowered to work with data independently. And that's why our founding team united behind the vision to simplify bioinformatics. That is one of the key reasons that we have showcased you the designs and on the portal and the platform. So by offering hands-on learning with really user-friendly analytical solutions, we envision more people will be equipped for data-driven, reproducible research, which solves biomedical problems in biotechnology and agrotechnology, agriculture, and all of that. So one of the key reasons we believe in this is because the data that has been growing tremendously is not being utilized by the faculty, by the clinicians, because of lack of several of those elements that just Sonalika discussed about. So our team at PineBiotech specializes in bioinformatics and big data project-driven curriculum that integrates into the university curricula, helping students take advantage of the resources, working with industry experts to develop cutting-edge research projects and data analysis skill sets. So this collaborative specialization training helps prepare the student and researchers for industrial and academic jobs, as well as internship opportunities. So during this collaboration process, our team here at PineBiotech share case studies, effective strategies that have been used by the universities for with our partner universities in the US, in Africa, and in India to introduce bioinformatics to non-bioinformaticians and non-engineering students, and also to support research projects from faculty and students through this research fellowship program. So today I'm going to show you glimpses of some of those achievements with universities and students who were able to come out from this training and get opportunities, but also a pathway which we have created utilizing these resources to overcome these challenges and create an scientific ecosystem and a omics logic community that actually helps each other and facilitate all of this together. So over the last few years, our team, as a team, we have been able to help our partnering universities and other collaborators by working together, taking students to the classroom, to the real world application, from their classroom to the real world application, from learning about the basic coursework and also applying the translational research by using data science and biotechnology. So some of our collaborators, as Sonalika has already mentioned, are from different universities across the globe. So developed these courseworks have been developed and reviewed in collaboration with universities where there are leading experts in bioinformatics. Omics Logic in itself is a comprehensive and a flexible program which helps faculty to design the program according to their need, and also help students, faculty, and industry to succeed in this age of data. So the program will help you learn what you need to know about advanced scientific research, and also participate in the future of biomedicine, learn how to mine high throughput data, and discover new insights with exercises in R or Python, with coding on the T-Bioinfo platform. So these data types that Sonalika was just mentioning, so the basic coursework that we have prepared, understanding that our students are from all around the globe, coming from different educational background. We have students from Africa, we have students from India, we have students from top universities in India, in Africa, and also in the US. And we also have students coming from a background where the education is not comparable with the top universities. So we have prepared the basic coursework that is designed for students who do not have a background in bioinformatics, and they many times they do not even have a very good background in biology. So those students who wants to start from the very beginning, very basics, and are eager to learn about data analysis. So we cover topics such as genomics, transcriptomics, metagenomics, and their analysis. We include in these sessions at the introductory level about the statistical analysis methods, visualizations, and introduction to all the popular machine learning methods for omics data analysis. So students get to learn from not only by learning about the technology or the tools or the algorithms, but also they would learn how to apply these algorithms to real data sets. And how do we get to those real data sets? That's a very good question, thinking from a PI perspective, from a principal investigator perspective, or from a faculty perspective, is that how do we utilize the public data repositories and understand the various file formats in bioinformatics for storing, analyzing, and effective processing of this different types of data types. So the first step towards this is the basic introductory coursework that we have prepared, and there are detailed curriculums for all of these data types that we go through in our Omics Logic programs, that we go through with our university partners, that I could quickly show you using the web browser. So let me go to the web browser where we have where I can show you that what we are talking about and where this is all is available. So couple of resources, think of it as two repositories. two repositories that we are using, plus a lot of open source tools and resources. So these two repositories, for example, this is the portal, Omics Logic Learn portal, where we have the courses, where we have the virtual classroom, where we have the student tracking system, where we have the research projects. All of the documentation is available here, and the tutorials as well. So this Omics Logic portal is a place for faculty to choose what kind of specialization they would want to work on, or they would want to teach. And if you are already teaching a specific specialization, our team is capable of integrating the coursework and adding projects related to your publication for these specializations. So we can discuss those things over a call if you're interested in such a collaboration. However, to utilize this for student learning, to utilize this as a coursework for many who could really benefit from the basic introduction to bioinformatics, basic introduction to NGS bioinformatics, computational biology, and data science. So I think it is a lot of it has a lot of value for students who are graduating now, who are who want to work on the data analysis aspect in biomedical research. So this is one resource that we will go through in detail. But as you can see, there are different tabs here, from courses, programs, projects, research, that you can explore. You can start by creating a free login. So when I click here, the first step that it asks me is to create a free login. I can use my social media handles. I can use my own Gmail password, and I can log in. So this is very simple for anyone to start with, any student, any faculty to take a look at, and then the courses. So these are asynchronous courses that we are going to discuss. And along with these asynchronous courses, the practical sessions, the coding, and also the expert sessions, and also the industry sessions, all of this creates this amazing ecosystem for a student to learn about, not only to learn about a specific subject, but to understand that what are the application, where the industry is going with it, and where should I take, what are the different steps that one should take to excel in some of these areas and to contribute. So going back, we have these two resources, as I was telling you. One of these resources is the Learn Omics Logic. Another resource is the Tauber Bioinformatics Research Platform, which is the Workbench, where you can design all these different experiments and analyze the data, and that too on a cloud. So one of the biggest advantage is the infrastructure that it provides. Usually to crunch big data, you would require a high-end server and a lot of investment from the university to maintain that server. So one of the biggest advantage of the T-Bioinfo platform is that the reproducibility, and you can be taking different ways to analyze one kind of data, and also to be able to do this on cloud from your own laptop, from a laptop with basic minimum requirement. So those are some of the things that one could be able to could use with all these resources that we are offering through the collaborative programs. Now, along with these two resources, I wanted to take you to the Omics Logic program page. So as I was telling you that we have these different curriculums where we are, so here it is. So let me share this link with you. So this is Omics Logic programs, and these are the programs that we are doing with our partner universities, and thousands of students are going through this coursework. So what is these different courseworks that we have put together? So for example, Introduction to Bioinformatics, genomics, Omics Logic genomics data analysis. Here you have data science, and here you have genomics, metagenomics. So when you click on the link, you will be redirected to a page where the entire curriculum of this program is available. So you will be able to see the webinars that we did for this program, which actually explains this in a very detailed manner. But you can also take a look at the curriculum here itself to learn about the different topics that would be covered, that are usually covered in these programs, that will help you to work on applying these techniques to different type of data sets, and also the asynchronous coursework and the tutorials that are available with it. So it encompasses live sessions, tutorials, and also the topics that we are covering with project examples. So we are working on data and we are understanding about these different topics, and we are doing coding sessions along with that. And then we are going through the case studies. So this is a comprehensive 3-month curriculum. This curriculum is also available in 1 month version, where we are going through some of the important topics, and many of these are done through the asynchronous material, which is available on the Learn Omics Logic, as you have seen. So these are hyperlinked to these lessons. When you click, you can go to, you will go to the directly to that lesson, and you need to have a login for that. And I hope that you all are creating a login for yourself to explore some of these amazing resources that could enable us to provide proper resources for the student community that we are connected with. So as I was telling you, that these resources are linked to the sessions. So any faculty who is teaching this course can utilize all of this material, and can also track student progress. So this is similarly, we have metagenomics, genomics, very detailed curriculums where the focus is about learning about specific type of analysis, and also doing and learning about different types of an application. For example, in the case of genomics, what we are trying to learn is about specific application of where this genomic data can help us find variants and all of that. So these programs are designed with specific application based outcomes, and also project proposals if a researcher is thinking about applying this type of analysis to the available data sets. So that's how these basic programs are put together. So going back to my presentation, so we have this basic coursework, which is also like available for everyone, like connected to a university through a partnership program. So if we have a MOU in place with the university, and if we have a partnership together, then we have a partnership program for students where the basic coursework is freely available for students to complete, and then choose whether they would want to go for advanced analysis and choose for mentorships, and so henceforth where they'll have to pay the fee. But however, for basic coursework for partner universities, we have prepared a program which is to help them go through very basics of bioinformatics, learn about these different technologies, and also get an interest of what is going on in the scientific community, to be able to take proper decisions for their educational career, for their career, and also for their education, going for to do a master's or a PhD, what to choose, and all those, answering all those questions. So as I was telling you, that this entire process is tracked. So as a mentor, if you have students who are going through this coursework, you'll be able to see their progress. You will be able to see what their achievements are. So that is done through the Omix Logic profile. So once a profile helps us to learn about each other, and also to learn about what we are doing in terms of big data research, coding, where am I with my courses, where am I with my certification, where am I within the program, that how many sessions I have completed, what is left. All those can be tracked through your profile that you create once you create your free login. So similarly, when you join a program, so as I was telling you, that introduction to bioinformatics, similarly transcriptomics, infectious disease, you join a program, you get a badge for that program, and you get a subscription to get access to all of those. So this entire process is tracked through point system. So when you do something, when you complete a course, when you run a pipeline, when you complete a lesson, when you update your profile, you get achievement points. So these achievement points accumulate and let us know about your level of expertise. So as a mentor, you can see the student and see that their activities and the points they have accumulated, and through this you can categorize students amongst different categories based on their points that they have accumulated throughout their experience throughout the time the program, so that so that we can identify those students who would be eligible to work on a really good question or a research project utilizing these technologies, utilizing these resources. So that's how programs are structured. And in programs, you will find coursework, Zoom link, all of this in a single interface where on the Omics Logic Learn program tab. So gaining certification, getting featured, and most importantly, it helps us to track the progress of every individual. So all of this process is helpful. A scheduled program. So when we are doing a scheduled program, for example, in this example, you can see we started a program from 22nd June to 31st August, where we have a lot of live sessions, where we have these asynchronous material, where we have a communication channel with the student. So a scheduled program on Learn provides an interface for the participant and the mentor to access the resources at one place, get information about the upcoming schedule online or on-site sessions, and the links associated with that session. That includes asynchronous courses, big data pipelines, data sets from NCBI or a publication or references, etc. So this entire pipeline, so many students in our experience need a soft landing into this field of bioinformatics, getting started, getting introduced to the application of bioinformatics through projects and examples, and gain access to a community with mentorship, guidance, and structure. So independent virtual learning with our online data science courses, in-person bioinformatics workshop with practical examples to take straight from the classroom to the bench. University, college accreditation and certification is also available with our partner universities. So from basic learning, from step one to learning through the data sets and through project examples, those examples could be from precision medicine, those examples could be from oncology, immunology, neuroscience, infectious diseases, and many other life science fields where this data is being generated. So advanced training is about that, and then specialization is where you start developing an interest about a specific area of research, and you would want to work on that area of research. So that step is then the project. And then the showcase part is where you have an opportunity to showcase the work that you did for recognition to the scientific community through symposium, through the platform that the international community provides, and also what platform that we provide. So this entire process, like from training to the asynchronous coursework, is actually structured. So each module within these training modules, so in transcriptomics, you see we have a detailed coursework about transcriptomics. You saw that we have a detailed coursework in metagenomics. Similarly, you saw there's data science. So all of this are structured and designed using 5 elements. So these 5 elements are rational and objective, engaging activities, then multimedia and tutorials, then practical application, and then the test. So quantification and tests. So these elements are consistent throughout all the coursework that we have put together. So in each coursework, with rational and objective to set expectations for the learning, relevant technology is listed and placed into the biological context throughout the lesson. So different type of data types are presented, linked those to the logic behind each of the analysis methods that are thoroughly described when needed. So each course contains engaging activities to make the material easier to read through and remember. So these include concept mapping, quiz, question analysis, as well as extensive glossary to conceptualize and contextualize complex terminologies and functional linkages that helps associate bioinformatics analysis workflow and their function. So courses are enriched in a lot of video and multimedia insert that helps explain some of the topics with ease due to the visual interface. Finally, the course material is reviewed in module quizzes and tests. These are timed and tied within the overall student progress. So during the course, student and the faculty will be able to see how they make progress throughout the courses, complete practical assignments and performances in the quizzes. So this data is crunched to provide basis for certification at the end of the journey. So as I was telling you that we have a lot of project examples. So these project examples are from well-digested publications, highly peer-reviewed publications. And our team is capable of taking publications. So for example, if a faculty, if I have a publication and it involves bioinformatics methods, and I would want to teach using that publication to my class, so our team is capable of converting those publications into these research projects that could be integrated into the curriculum, utilizing the server or utilizing some of the tools that could be helpful in developing a project for educational purpose. So these are educational projects about different topics, from precision medicine to infectious diseases to population health to biotechnology and agriculture, space and astrobiology. So these are available on Omics Logic Learn for students to take that step 2. So the step 1 is to learn about the very basics, develop understanding about each of these keywords first, and then understand that how the data analysis is done, and using some of the example data sets, and then go to some advanced data sets and develop some specialization in some of these areas. So followed by that, we have a group of mentors who are available to help students progress through these different steps of taking from basic learning to learning about how do you access all of these resources, and then how do you manage your time, and then what is the outcome that you are actually going to get based on your efforts. So all of these are done through our support team, and also through our mentors, and through all these resources that I've showed you just now. So doing these basic coursework is very important for anyone to go for specialization. So in specialization, we also have like very specialized coursework, which is designed for groups such as the Noguchi group that you saw. So the Noguchi group is have an infectious disease agenda. They are working on different infectious diseases, and they want to incorporate a lot of omics research into that into their research. So we collaborated with them for this infectious disease program, where we help the student and the PhD students and also master students to incorporate high-end bioinformatics to their studies, so that the study is more robust and more complete, with taking advantage of big data and the data that is available on public repositories and the data they have generated. So obviously the impact of that study is going to enhance a lot, and you kind of integrate and understand different types of data to think about a system biology or a holistic approach for a certain problem. So that is something for specialization coursework curriculum that we have. And my team is here on, so they will be able to help share about these specialization course tracks and the sessions we have designed and the curriculums that we have designed for such coursework. So similarly, we have coursework on precision medicine. We have coursework on, we have project work on omics and agribiology. And we will be happy to collaborate with some of the agricultural institute and complete this specialization track. Similarly, we recently started Omics, Space Omics, and there will be a lot of experts from the industry and from the academic areas coming and talking about space omics, and also helping students learn about the area where this where space omics is utilized. So space omics is dedicated to the study of omics data, to study molecular mechanisms affected by space travel, and which is critical for astronauts' health. So along with that, along with not just omics, but also chemoinformatics and drug discovery, we are going to come up with this summer program in April, where we are going to discuss the application of chemoinformatics in drug discovery, and also understand from a standpoints of how do you interpret and analyze three-dimensional structure, three-dimensional data from biomedical research from the public repository, in similar lines to what we are doing with our other data types. So combining all of this, I'll just want to take you back there. How do you know which program is coming when? So we have a schedule page. So it's an event page that we have put together. So our team will be sharing this page. So in this page, you will see that the number of events that we are doing. In March, we did a lot of events, including this one, the faculty mentor workshop. We have the Omics Logic Symposium coming up. And also in March, we are going to conclude with poster presentation and all of that for a student. In April, we have these programs coming up: Introduction to Bioinformatics, Chem Informatics. So you can check this out. We keep on updating this page to see the training programs that we have planned throughout the summer. Many of these programs will be available. So along with these training programs, the component of doing a research work or project work is something that I wanted to cover in this presentation. So as we are discussing about these different types of technologies, followed by these technologies, how do we apply these technologies on a real data set and real problem? So we have this program called Research Fellowship or industry internship. So a research fellowship is where you are trying to work on a research problem, where the faculties are also providing us with their research problem, what their students could work on in a university system. So we recently collaborated with Amity University, where we collaborated for faculty development, and also we collaborated for research projects and training of students, and working with a group of students who would work on faculty projects and develop those faculty projects for commercialization, for also like grant and publications and all of that. So through the internship program with the faculty of a university, this is possible, and that is what we have created for universities as a program, where we are taking this step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 from a cohort, where we are starting a program about the partnership program, which is just about the basic, which is free, and then the hands-on and the guided programs, where you have all these examples and all these data sets to explore and develop those skill sets to be able to work on a research project. So to be able to work on a research project, it's called the Summer Research Fellowship. The Summer Research Fellowship is coming up in this summer, but this research fellowship program is available to students to develop projects on of their own, and using all these types of analysis methods. So after completing the training, student can develop independent project proposals, identify existing group projects, or collaborate and find internship around the Omics Logic cohort. So along with the faculty projects that the faculty can propose in collaboration with the PineBiotech mentors, there are other opportunities for students as well. So bioinformatics does play a critical role in modern drug discovery. So we are working on projects such as drug repurposing, biomarker screening, and design of personalized treatment regimes. So as a result, many industry and research labs are seeking out experts that are knowledgeable in omics data processing, analysis, and integration. So some of these skill sets are really, really important for students who are seeking jobs and internships and career in this field. So we have already discussed some of these outcomes based on the number of hours that the students are able to give, the number of hours that a trainer is able to give, and also like the timeline of the internships. So this internship program, and also like designing a bioinformatics project, we have already have the coursework for anyone to learn about these different steps. After learning about the coursework, like how do we look for research topics, we have recorded videos for all of these steps, and also data sets that we have working on with different students and are published and showcased in different poster competitions in around the globe. And getting recognition. So for students, it's a great opportunity, because not only through LinkedIn, but also through different challenges, different symposiums, different workshops, getting recognition and winning those events, and also getting positions abroad, which are fully funded. So these are some of the opportunities that we saw with some of the students, such as Urja. She's doing a fully funded PhD based on the research she did and proposed in Germany now, after finishing her master's. Similarly, Dilara is who worked on a Space Omics project, we're able to publish this project and now working on as a Space Omics mentor. And we also have high school students who've been able to do the same using some of these automatic resources and also coming up with projects that they thought could be helpful as a citizen scientist. Providing them with the right resources, we saw that there is a huge interest in high school students and huge potential as well. So these courses, as I said, like are decided on the basis of the interest of the faculty and also the administration. Some universities are looking for courses in data science and machine learning and how do you apply. And some of the universities are looking at very specialized courses, and all of them do begin with the basic coursework that is to integrate and bridge the gap that we see in bioinformatics curriculum that has been taught for years and years, where we are trying to go through the content which is rapidly changing and evolving in this period, in this era. So that is one of the reasons that we have come up with all of these curriculums, so that it integrates with the university curriculum, and so that students get an opportunity to learn about the scientific research that is ongoing and get relevant opportunity in the industry. So obviously, to learn about all of this, you need to learn and start at an early stage. That helps you develop all these skill sets and understand about these different type of data, and also to be able to come up with a project with good outcomes. So to help with this, we not only have academicians but also industry leaders who comes time to time and help students with job opportunities and also career guidance. So there are also opportunities for students to become campus ambassadors and represent these opportunities to another group of students. So with this, I would like to ask if there are any questions that if you think that any of this is interesting, and I would be really I will really appreciate if there's any feedback from the participants.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me,
Yes.
sir. May I know what's the difference between computation tool and the bioinformatic tool? I don't understand the difference.
Difference between computational tool and
Bioinformatic tool.
So a computational tool, which a computational tool can be any tool that uses computational power to help in some sort of analysis. So a computational tool that you are using could be a word processor is a computational tool. But when we are talking in the context of bioinformatics, then we are talking about a tool that can analyze biological data, a tool that can help in understanding of the biological data. So the kind of data changes, and obviously with that the specialization changes. And so some of these computational tools which are used for day-to-day life and for other activities varies from the biotechnology or bioinformatics tool that is developed by the scientific community who are working for ages now.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Alice. And if there are any more questions, I'll be happy to answer. And some of the resources, I'm gonna go back to some of the pages that we have prepared. So as I showed you already, so this is the research collaborative Omics Logic page for research projects that we have prepared. This has all the links and pipelines that we have created for the universities. So our collaborative universities such as Amity, University Noida, what we have been able to do is that we have created a pipeline starting from a basic training, getting registered, to completing the basic modules that I showed you, completing the intermediate coursework, and then certification and giving a qualification examination, and then doing the research fellowship and getting some of these outcomes. So you can see that there are many students who've been able to complete and go through this entire funnel and pipeline and come up with research projects, which we were able to publish on our portal and also elsewhere. So this entire journey starts with with collaboration with universities, and also we get to visit the universities, meet them in person, students, and help. So similarly, from the university, there's an administrator, there's a professor, there's a student who helps in coordinating all of that and collaborating for some of these outcomes that we achieve from these collaborations. So this is about the university who are utilizing our programs, and also for people who are interested in research, different type of research. We have this page called research topics. So here what we have done is, what we have put together is like what kind of research that you can do for infectious disease bioinformatics. So some of these are listed out, not all of them obviously, but we have put together different omics application, and also for different areas of research that we are working with our students, that we are working with some of the faculties, are put together here, and with some examples obviously, and with some sessions from experts that have helped students to learn about these different technologies. So this is another page that I wanted to show you all. And then we have this for those who would want to not do it themselves, but give it to the experts to do some of the work. So if you want to integrate omics data analysis into your own research, you can collaborate through our services. So you can let us do the work that you would want in your publication or in your research project. And we have this Omics Logic service for that, where we have licensing for different types of research that you would want to do, which is a monthly license. And also we have these different sample-based analysis options that are available, which are as service that you can take, and we will provide you with the report and all the details all the details of analysis that we do for a specific project. So this works out when before that we have several discussion, and we finalize and we scope the project and the objectives. So then we have the cheminformatics program, the topics you can take and the curriculum. You can take a look here. It's a basic program on cheminformatics and structural biology. Following with that, we will have another program which will be more about AI, machine learning, and using structural biology for drug discovery to a more detailed aspect in the late summer. And then I wanted to also show you, I've already shown you this, and the courses and the research symposium. So we have an amazing event coming up, and I really appreciate if many of you could join this event. So there are a lot of sessions that would be about different technologies and what we've been able to work and with different partners. So we have a session about Asia, and then we have sessions from university partners in India, and also we have session about the research fellowship program and also poster competition. And then we have the African participants are going to talk about the programs there, and the university in Africa, and the industry in Africa, talking about the challenges and also the ongoing work in bioinformatics in Africa. Then we have the US panel starting with Mr. Ilya Brodsky, our CEO, and then we have sessions from experts from the US, from reputed universities such as Georgetown University, Professor Sona Vasudevan, then Google, talking about their strategic programs and cloud technology. And then we have Dr. Adelaide Rhodes, where she will be talking about bioinformatics as a career option and addressing all of those. So many questions could be answered. We have a panel for Latin America, followed by that there will be a discussion. Then on the day 2, we have the industry from India, we have the industry from Europe, we have from the US. We are talking about lab and future and women in STEM from Pistola Alliance, where there's a group of organizations working on different aspects. Then we have a specialized session by Tauber Research in Tauber Bioinformatics Research Center, where these experts are going to come and talk about very specific topics covering single cell transcriptomics data analysis, and then how do we work with and customize pipelines. And then there are 16S rRNA meta taxonomy, and then meaningful learning. So it will be an thrilling experience for all of us who will be attending this session. And I'll be really glad if you can also make it. It's a free for listener, and it also gives an opportunity for students to be a part of this and also get certification at the end of this. So we have Space Omics, as I was telling you, there are a lot of experts coming from NASA and elsewhere to talk about Space Omics, and also there will be prize distribution ceremony for students who get the prizes for best poster. And then we have the US panel discussion where we were discussing about the NIPI, National Association of Idea Principal Investigators, and the NIH grants and all of the work that is going on to help integrate data science and bioinformatics in US through the NIH grants. So this will be a great experience. So I would encourage all of you to join. So this is it from my part of the presentation. I hope that this has been useful for many of you who have joined, and please feel free to reach out to us for any sort of queries, any sort of questions, or anything related to bioinformatics, anything related to curriculums, training, and student and also faculty research. Thank you so much. So if there are no more questions, we will conclude this session, and we will be hoping to see you in the symposium or the upcoming live sessions that we are going to do in the future. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Take care. Bye.